Today, I'm going to give us 10 reasons why you might regret moving to Greeley, Colorado. So if you're thinking of moving to Greeley, you want to watch this video. Hi, my name is Jamie and I'm a realtor here in Colorado. On this channel, we talk about all things Colorado related. We talk about what it's like to live here. We talk about the mountains, we talk about the cities, we talk about the downtown areas, the restaurants, and we talk about real estate. If these things interest you, then hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified next time we do a video. Now, I get calls every week from people who are thinking about moving to Colorado. They want to know what it's like to live here. And if that's you, if you're thinking about moving to Colorado, then get a hold of me. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to sit down and answer any questions I can for you. Call me, text me, email me, send up smoke signals, whatever you have to do. I'd love to meet you and I'd love to help you move to this beautiful state. Now, reason number one why you might regret moving to Greeley, Colorado is it smells like a farm town. Now, this is something that the locals know. Greeley has the reputation of this kind of smell. And if this is something that might bother you, you may want to reconsider. Now, I've lived here for 15 years, and the first few years I did notice it. But to be honest with you, after that, I really don't notice that smell very much, and it doesn't bother me at all. So it may be something that you get used to. It may be something that you're looking for. But people do move here, and that is one thing that they will say is it does smell like a farm. Reason number two why you may regret moving to Greeley is in some parts of Greeley, crime is very high, or at least it's fairly high. I am not going to call the police department and ask for statistics because they probably won't give those to me anyways. But there are certain places in Greeley, quite frankly, that I wouldn't live. I would not feel safe for myself or for my family. And so those are just things you have to know. And that's why it's important to immerse yourself in the culture and get to know people and help and let them help you find the place within Greeley that you will live. Because I promise you, if you move to some of these individual places that I'm talking about, you will probably regret moving here. Reason number three why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that is Greeley is not a fancy city. We don't have a lot of bling. We don't have big companies that are moving in here. Greeley as a city doesn't tend to attract a lot of industry unless it has to do with agriculture. A lot of tech industries and stuff, they don't typically come to Greeley. They'll go to Fort Collins or Loveland. And that being said, we also don't see a lot of big restaurant chains coming in. We don't see a lot of big department stores. And, we have, of course, Walmart and Target and places like that. But you're not going to have a lot of shopping opportunities here in Greeley because we don't tend to attract those things. Reason number four why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that's if you're moving here because Colorado opened up the sale of marijuana, you come to Greeley, you're going to be disappointed because there aren't any dispensaries here. The city made it almost impossible, if not impossible, for a dispensary to open in the city limits of Greeley. So we don't have dispensaries. Now, there are cities very, very close to Greeley that do, but within Greeley, we don't have that. So if that's one reason why you may be moving here, you're going to be disappointed. Now, reason number 5 why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that's the public schools. Now, when I moved here, the public schools were not doing well at all. The statistics that were coming out of the education of some of the people graduating were not very good. Now, it has come a long ways and gotten a lot better, but to be honest with you, my wife homeschools our kids, and if she didn't, we would probably stick our kids into a private school or a charter school. That's one of the nice things about Greeley. There are lots of charter schools and private schools, so you have lots of option. But when it comes to the public school system, I personally wouldn't put my kids in it. Reason number 6 why you may regret moving to Greeley, and that is the shopping. I kind of mentioned this before. There's not a ton of shopping here in Greeley. Yes, there's grocery stores. Yes, you can get your clothes and things like that to a point, but you're not going to have a lot of like the Macy's and those type of nicer places to shop. You're not going to have those here in Greeley. We've got Walmart and Target and Kohl's and things along that line, and a few specialty shops, the Buckle, places like that. But that's kind of where it ends. If you want to spend the whole day shopping, depending on what you're wanting to shop for, you're probably not going to find it in Greeley. Now, along the lines of shopping, Greeley has a population of a little over 100,000 people, and Evans adds another 20,000 people, and a lot of smaller places around. So it's not small, but Greeley doesn't operate like a big city, and that's why we don't have a ton of shopping. And the thing that also goes along with that, which is my point number 7, is Greeley is very conservative. In Greeley, we like our guns, we like our churches, and we have more of a conservative slant to our politics. This is just something you're going to find within Greeley. Even though it does have a higher population, we tend not to act like it. We tend to operate more as a smaller town than we do a large city. Reason number 8 why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that is Greeley's a college town. Now, the population of UNC, University of Northern Colorado, which is the college here, isn't super high. So it doesn't affect the whole city, but if you're down by the college, it is going to have that college feel. You're going to have the college amenities. You're going to have frat houses. You're going to have college dormitories. You're going to have that kind of a vibe you're going to have down by UNC. So if you move here and you move down there, you may not be expecting it, but you're going to run into that kind of a college town vibe. Reason number 9 why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that is the housing here is more moderate. Yes, we have $1 million mansions here, but those are few and far between. Most of the housing, most of the developments you're going to find are just going to be a little bit more subdued than some of the other cities. They're just going to be a little bit more moderate. And that's also helped Greeley keep our housing prices down. Yes, a lot of people that live here say it's so expensive, housing is so expensive. But if you look at compared to Loveland or Fort Collins or especially Denver, we are really inexpensive compared to those places. But sometimes if you're looking for just a super, super nice house, we have them here, but that's not the norm. They're more moderate. I don't have a problem living in most of the houses here in Greeley, but if that's something you're looking for, you might be disappointed. Reason number 10 why you may regret moving to Greeley, Colorado, and that has to do with the nightlife. Greeley's nightlife, quite frankly, is really non-existent. Now, downtown, they do have a Friday nights in Greeley where they have some live music and some bars open their doors and food and stuff. That's fun to go to every once in a while. But my bedtime's usually like 9:30 anyways, so I don't experience a lot of the nightlife, but what we do have here is really pretty pathetic compared to most cities of our size. Now, if you've gone through this list that I went through and you said to yourself, you know what, Greeley sounds like the place for me. And if you want to know more information about Greeley, I'm going to put a link in the description for a relocation guide. Download that, it's free. It's going to give you some more information about what it's like to live in Greeley. But I also encourage you to pick up the phone, call me, text me, send up some smoke signals, or send me an email, whatever it takes. I'd love to answer any questions you have, and I'd love to help you get moved to Greeley.